Hey, good evening, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I wanted to share with you the progress of the AMT 1994 Ford F-150 SVT Lightning build. I did mine in a like a sporty red. The factory color is called Crimson Clear Coat, I believe. Anyway, my version of it, I used Krylon gloss red pepper. It's a very sporty looking red, so I thought it would fit it perfectly. And as you could see the cab there and the bed there and the two bumpers and everything. Well, anyway, so let's get started. Let's start off with that beautiful high performance 5.8 351 V8 Ford engine. And there it is with all its glory. Anyway, you could see the detail. What I did on mine is I painted the block. This is just as it would come from the factory. So the block was painted Ford engine gray with black valve covers. The water pump and the timing cover were painted metallic aluminum, along with the lower and upper intake manifolds, or the upper plenum there. When I did the lightning on the upper plenum, I just carefully used a black Sharpie to fill in the lightning lettering, and as you can see, it came out pretty well. It was raised enough. So yeah, so that's the engine. There's the alternator, the fan with the fan clutch detailed. You can see down there the what is that, the power steering pump, excuse me. I know these trucks because I've had a couple of them, so very familiar with the layout on the engine. Because this is a high performance engine, I went ahead and painted the distributor cap a red color. I just wanted it to really pop. So I did have a fit issue with the lower intake manifold. When I went to go install it, it just wouldn't drop down flat. So what I ended up doing is cutting the very edges on both sides to get it to slide in, and then eventually it dropped down without any issue. So fortunately, you can kind of see it right there, but it's not something you're gonna immediately notice, so it works. So yeah, that's how the real engine looks. I'm very happy with it. I wanted to make a note, that little thing right there where on the front left side of the plenum there, that's the EGR valve. I detailed it with some dark metal paint, and then the little white part for the electronic valve, or you know what I mean. Yeah, the electronic sensor part of it. Excuse me. So yeah, and then the intake, or the exhaust manifolds, I did in a flat iron color, and then of course there's your Y piping for the exhaust. Just did that in the metallic aluminum. The transmission came out pretty nice. What I did on this one, since I'm out of aluminum bottle paint, I just taped off the engine block as best as I could, and then I took it back out and sprayed some metallic aluminum on it, and it looks pretty good actually. So yeah, that is my version of the high performance 5.8 351 engine. All right, and then here's the chassis. You can see I detailed the charcoal canister, the coffee can as we call it. I always think that is funny that Ford did that back then, because I've owned a 92 F-150, I've owned a 91 F-150, and of course I have my father-in-law's 95 F-150, and it's just hilarious every time I open the hood and I see that charcoal canister, and it just looks like someone painted a coffee can and slapped it on there. So yeah, anyway, yeah, there's your wheel and tire package. You can see did a pretty good job. I just primered them black, and then I finished them with the same metallic aluminum color that I did on the engine parts. Looks more realistic. The chrome just made it look too much like a toy. Okay, here's the underside of the chassis. You can see the rear fuel tank, the front tank, the exhaust, and your rear shocks there. Looks really good. Looks like it pretty much was ready to roll off the showroom floor there. So the annoying thing about these, and I'm no stranger to these AMT 92 through 95 F150 kits. I built the original 92 long bed. I did the 93 short bed. And then I also did 2 of the 95 long beds, and currently I have a model built to the current 95 that we have. So yeah, this would be I think my 5th one. I've never done the Lightning before, so this is a first for me, and I really enjoyed it, and you can tell I did. But the problem I had with this one was the tie rod. The tie rod is very fiddly. It fell off on me twice, so this is the 3rd time that I had to glue it into position. So far it's holding. Doesn't mean it won't fall off. It probably will, but hopefully not. But yeah, that's the chassis. You can see that I hand painted the frame rails and the cross members, just as it would look on the real truck. So yeah, the front suspension was, like I said, fiddly. I even had issues with the right wheel here. It was the way the plastic was, maybe it was the left wheel, I can't remember, but it was making it look like the tire was turned. So I had to kind of bend it to straighten it out. There's your spare tire. I wish the spare tire on these was rubber, just like the tires. But hey, I made it look as real as possible. All right, now let's get on to the interior here. The interior, I did the two-tone bucket seats. What happened up here, where the headrests are, is I went to flat coat them to make them look more upholstered, and apparently the Rust-Oleum paint, the lighter gray there, was not all the way gassed out, I guess, and it cracked right there. I can try and fix it up, but you know what? It won't be seen hardly, so I'm not too concerned about it. I'm bummed about it. I wish I would have just left it alone, but they look good regardless. There's the dashboard with your steering wheel, and you can see the black instrument panel and you can see the radio, the climate control, and the AC vents, and of course the gray molding, the graphite, I guess that's what that is, looking molding that they came with. What is a shame, I really wish that these AMT 92, 93 F-150 kits had more steering column detail. They, they're the turn signal stock and the wiper stock, and of course, if it being an automatic, the shift lever, it being absent just kind of is disappointing. But I guess I could have always tried to make something up, something makeshift that would look right. Would have been even better, since this is a sport truck, as if it was a stick shift and it had that tall shifter that those Fords had. Then that would have really looked good. So yeah, there's your center console there with the cup holders detailed in black there. So that's the interior. Not too much. I did what I could on the door panels too. All right, now let's get on to the body. And you can see that body looks really nice. Every time I look at it, I'm just blown away. I added 5 coats of clear on it to really get it nice and shiny, and 5's probably more than I needed. I usually do 3, but I noticed with the 4th and 5th coat, it really started shining nicely. So what I did is, with the grill, since it comes in chrome, I primered it down, and then before I primered it down, I put some masking tape inside the headlight bezels so that the headlight bezels didn't get any paint on them. Worked pretty good. I did have a little bit of an issue on the left side there. I had to scrape it to right there on the very side here. I had to scrape it the best I could, but you can't really tell, thankfully. But anyway, so yeah, I gray primered it after that, and then I added a couple of coats of the gloss red pepper, and it really looks good. I'm very impressed with it. It looks like the real deal. You can see the washer bottle / coolant coolant reservoir there. There's your battery, and then of course in the back there on the firewall, we got your accumulator for the AC, and there's your brake booster and master cylinder all detailed up. So these 90s F150s, 92, 93 F150 kits from AMT are definitely my favorite pickup builds of theirs. Definitely by far. They're some of the most detailed I've seen from AMT. So yeah, you can see your belt diagram there. And that's all done up there. And you can see the radiator and shroud. I colored in the radiator fins with a silver marker. So, and then of course, I seen a lot of the Lightning trucks had the black hardware, so went ahead and painted my door handles black, and then there's the F150 badging. So yeah, I got the wiper blades done too. Like I said, pretty much all black hardware. The weather stripping around the windshield and the pillar there for the vent windows is done, and the weather stripping for the back window. So yeah, that's the cab. Looks very good. All right, let's move on to the bed here, and you can see it gave it a nice clear coat. The big Lightning decals there. From what I've seen on the real trucks, those Lightning decals are a little large, but they work. You know, you get the idea. They look good on this truck. So when I first bought this kit, I didn't realize it until I was in the middle of building it, but I didn't have any taillights, so I immediately reached out to Round 2, and they were able to send me out a set pretty quick. They said 2 to 4 weeks. I got mine today, so I was able to get them in. Otherwise, I would have done this without the taillights in. So I got to try to get that left one straightened out. It's just really off there. Yeah, so that's the bed. I went ahead and taped off the outside of the bed, and I did the spray painted the flat black to give it that bed liner look. It looks pretty nice. I did have some issues where the paint, I guess, was coming off right there at the bend. That's why you see the touch-ups there. So not all the Lightnings had the oval Ford logo on the tailgate, but on mine I decided to go with that look. So I used some Mobius F100 decals that I had, and I used one of them on there, so that's where I got mine. The other one is going to be on the second Lightning truck that I build, which will be black. I need to buy another one, so. But yeah, at some point I will be doing a black Lightning, and that's going to be cool too. So yep, that's the decals. We're all ready to button this thing up. Okay, and let's show off the nice bumper. There's your front bumper. And I took a black Sharpie and I did the molding right there, the rubber molding. So that bumper's ready to go. I can't wait to get it on. It really looks nice and sharp. And then here's the tube rear bumper. What I've noted from the real trucks is that these two bumpers had black end caps, so I went ahead and colored those in to duplicate that. And then I used the Arkansas license plate. The middle part there where the license plate sits is black, so I painted that black just like the real truck. So those are your bumpers. And all right, so here's your drive line. Originally I painted it black, and then I realized that it was supposed to be an aluminum color, so I reprimed it, and then I painted it the aluminum color, so now it looks like the real deal drive line. And then there is your mirrors all ready to install. I'm sorry. I just took the assemblies out and did black primer, and then put a what was I using? Matte black, and that's what I used to achieve that. There's your same with the radiator hose, the air cleaner box and intake, and the fresh air intake right there. So we're all done in the same color. So that's that. And then Here's your hood, nice and shiny, ready to go. Yep, this is all good to go. So yeah, that's my build of the red 94 F150 SVT Lightning. Now it's time to get it all together, and then we'll do the final video of it all built, and then we'll do the slideshow. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.